So I was 17, I was going into my senior year of high school, and life was amazing, right? It's your senior year, we made it, I'm almost done, gonna go to college. I already kind of know what my life's gonna look like at that point. And, you know, I just remember a little bit of stomach pain started to happen where it started becoming like agonizing. I was playing soccer, right? Tons of stomach pain started happening every single game, every single practice, to the point where I was like pulling myself out of the game, telling my coach I had to lay down on the sidelines. And I can remember one of my coaches being like, "Come on, you're being soft," right?
I mean, he could be exhausted, but when I saw him getting off of the sidelines and sitting down or laying down, I knew at that point in time this
Something
was definitely something serious. This isn't like a stomach ache. This is way bigger than that. Test after test, nothing was helping. They gave us different medications, nothing was helping. We were on our way to go to a test, and next thing you know, he was just violently ill in the car and burning up with a fever and in excruciating pain. The two of us are being rushed off in an ambulance to Royal Oak Beaumont. They did a CAT scan, and the doctors came in and they said, "Your son perforated his bowel. His entire abdominal cavity was filled with what's inside your intestines, which is actually poisoning his body. And we have 4 hours or he will be dead." I remember literally going to a bathroom and physically getting on my knees, just calling out to God, because no one wants to be told that, you have 4 hours and you're going to lose your child.
Crohn's is an inflammatory bowel disease, and so typically Crohn's eats at your small intestines where it eats mine. So instead of absorbing the nutrients, it has to get rid of the nutrients.
Crohn's is not something that goes away. It attacks your whole entire body.
So
system.
autoimmune disease.
Yeah, and they literally told us that he probably had it since he was about 9 years old, and we just didn't know it.
I remember finally coming out of the hospital. I couldn't eat for 6 months, right? And so they fed TPN through my biceps, through IVs. I walked around with a backpack for 6 months of food. I would say I knew I was going to be okay, but definitely like my whole life was taken away from me, right? Am I gonna have to deal with this every single day for the rest of my life? Am I gonna have to be on medication for the rest of my life? So all those kind of like unknowns was really tough. And I think through the entire Bible college, that was also where, we've seen God move in amazing ways with Crohn's, but also I was in the hospital still. I was on tons of medications. At that point I was going every couple of weeks to get IV medication. I'd have to go sit for 8 hours and get infusions. And so it wasn't the easiest time of my life, but also I've seen God work in amazing ways. I mean, I've been dealing with Crohn's since I was 17. So 16 years, and every single day, man, like the moment I feel like I'm on top of the world, I'm back in the hospital, something goes wrong, right? And so it's definitely been a way for God to keep me humble and checked in through it, because at any moment, man, I mean, we could be literally having this conversation today and tomorrow I could be in the hospital.
Or an hour later.
An hour later. I literally live with that realization every single moment of my day. I feel like God is literally at work every single day, and I'm in prayer with him every single day about it. God, give me the wisdom of the way you want me to eat is how I eat. The way you want me to live is the way you want me to live a life that's healthy and free of Crohn's and all those type of things. Like I was so close to death, I easily could have died. I mean, I easily could not be here right now at this moment. The amount of times I was in the hospital where food wasn't going down, it was only coming back up, to see God, work through the doctors and the nurses and all those type of things. I mean, the Holy Spirit's been working through me since I was super young. Like, there's no doubt about it, right? So I can't say it's on my doing and my own strength. I look back and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he gave me strength or how it works, or obviously it's the Holy Spirit working through me in the Word. You and Dad have instilled into me since I was little. I mean, there's just no other way around it. You know, I didn't have that strength of my own.